Alright, a new season has started, a new domestic season has started, and you probably want to know football boots that you should probably keep an eye on during this new 26 to 27 season. Now, this video isn't going to give you a list of the best boots. That's not what we're doing here. What we're going to do here is we're going to assess all the brands in the ecosystem right now. We're going to assess all the current football boots in the football boots ecosystem right now within the football fashion system. We're basically going to assess who's doing what. We're going to give rankings. You know, it's going to make sense the more we get into it, okay? It's going to make sense. We're establishing the football boots ecosystem for the 26-27 season. Because after that World Cup, things have changed. Big things have changed, okay? When I say big things have changed, it's not looking like Nike are the number one sportswear brand right now in football. But we'll get into it more in the video, okay? Get ready, because I've cooked up something. Now, in order to determine what boots and brands we need to watch out for in 26-27 season, let's answer this one question. What's the boots everyone is wearing? Now, since the World Cup has finished, this is based on a majority. The majority people from the World Cup, we assessed what was the top scoring boots in the World Cup. Go check out that video. And the top scoring boots, the top assisting boots were the Nike Mercurials, the Vapors, the Superflies, whichever ones you want to choose. The players were wearing the Nike Mercurials. Next was the Adidas F50s. So the top two most common boots are the Nike Mercurials and Adidas. Well, the top two most popular goal scoring boots and goal contributing boots were the Nike Mercurials and the Adidas F50. These are the two boots that the majority is wearing. So if you want to know the boots that you should be keeping an eye out on, the Nike Mercurials and Adidas F50. I think we all know by now, them two are probably the top two in terms of most popular boots. So boots are competing and doing new innovating stuff, but they're still not nowhere near the Mercurials and F50. The Nike Mercurials and F50, they've had history since way back. So it's not going to be easy to just catch up to them. It's going to take time. But in terms of popular boots that everyone has, the Nike Mercurials and F50. These are the most sought after boots probably. You can't go wrong with these. If you're a striker, if you're a winger, if you're a midfielder maybe, wing back maybe, these are the boots that you should be looking at. If you're all about speed, pace, power, finishing, control, agility, you're going to need these boots. These are the most popular boots. So the Nike Mercurials, the Adidas F50s, they're always going to have eyes on them. That's why they still fit into this video. Boots that are going to be the most watched, the F50s and Nike Mercurials. Can you deny that? Comment down if you think you can, but you can't. Now, of course, this is the most obvious, but we're still going to get into, don't worry, slow down. We're still going to get into more. But this is the boots that the most popular common boots that you would probably see on the pitch. Nike Mercurials and Adidas F50. We saw at the World Cup, these two were the most popular ones. Are there any boots that you think everyone is wearing that I missed out on? You can say the Nike Phantom 6, but the Nike Phantom 6 were only just released in 2025, so not everyone has really been wearing like that. The Nike Tiempos, not everyone has really been wearing like that. Adidas Predators, yeah, you can say that, but Predators have been changing as well. Realistically, consistently, is the Nike Mercurials is the one everyone has actually really been wearing for years. The F50 been changing designs and that. This is the new F50 Hyperfast. See what I'm saying? Is there any boots you think that everyone is currently wearing that I missed out on? Comment that down below. I want to know. Okay, next we have to assess in the football fashion ecosystem which boots or which boot brand is making a comeback. Who's making a strong comeback? Who's returned and they have really not made waves, but they've been seen. Reebok have returned. They've made a comeback and they've been seen. They've come back with the Reebok Sidewinders. I've reviewed these boots. I've spoken about these boots. Yeah, Reebok are making a comeback. They're back in boots, making boots. I don't think this is still good enough. But like I said, what's the title of the video? What are the boots that you need to watch for the 26-27 season? Reebok have returned. You need to watch them for the 26-27 season. I've said that this colorway right here, this was the first colorway they dropped, so I'm not going to be too harsh on them. I've seen them drop a white colorway. I'm kind of digging that, but let's see if they can progress onwards and make better colorways. We've seen it with the F50 Hyperfast. You know, when they started, the colorway was a bit shaky, but as they progressed on, better colorways. So Reebok, if you can do that, that is a solid comeback for you. Do you think there's anyone else out there that's making a comeback? Okay? Not someone who's blowing up, who's making a comeback, who's around back then, that faded away, that's come back stronger. I don't know if Reebok have come back strong yet, but they're back in the game and they've got some superstars. They've got Trevor Chalobah wearing them, so that's a big move. But do you think there's anyone potentially making a comeback, or anyone that has made a comeback that I've missed? Comment that down below. Let me know. Help me out. Alright. Now we have the boots nobody expected to see. So when we say this, like, boots, so remember, title of the video, boots that you need to watch out for in the 26-27 season. Why do I have Nike Tiempos as boots that you need to watch out for? Because no one expected to see Nike Tiempo Jordan boots. No one's expected to see this remontada of the Nike Tiempos. Look at the Nike Tiempos right here. Look at the new looking Nike Tiempos. People used to brush past Nike Tiempos, man. I can't lie, they had a period where they weren't in. But now, the way they're looking now, they're back in the game. But even then, to me, it was this Jordan collaboration that really, really revived them. This isn't a comeback. This is different. Low-key is a comeback, but I feel like this is different. This is new life. To me, this is new life. If you think this is a comeback, I understand. But to me, this is new life, because the Jordan collaboration has absolutely revived the Nike Tiempos. And if they're doing this with the Nike Tiempos, I feel like there could be more cooking in the future with Nike Tiempos. I don't see why not. So people have been sleeping on Nike Tiempos for years, but like I'm saying, for this 26-27 season, watch out on them. Keep an eye on them, because Nike are starting to reinvest back into Nike Tiempos now. They're innovating it now. They've got Jordan Tiempos. We didn't see them at the World Cup. I'm very disappointed. But limited edition pair of iconic boots that have been released, added to the Nike votes. Can't be mad. They're always going to be around, and people like me, you were bringing awareness to them, so they're always going to be seen and known about. But what about you? Are there any other boots that nobody expects to see, or nobody expected to see, that we should watch out for this 26-27 season? Off the bat, I can probably give you another honorable mention that should be here. Kipstar. Boots that nobody expected to see. Nobody expected to see Kipstar, because they probably still don't really know Kipstar like that. Kipstar could be here, but here I'm really going to give it to Tiempos, because I've been saying it, the Tiempos are back, and this Jordan Tiempo collaboration saved it. But is there any other boots or boot brands that nobody expected to see that we should watch out for in the 2026-27 season? Let me know. Alright, this one here is the most interesting boots colorway. So when we say this one is, what boots should you watch out for 26-27? And if you want to know the boots that are going to give you bright colorways that you want to watch out for, then that's what this slide is about. Which brands provide them BC boots that's going to have you standing out, being seen? Well, one, we've got Puma. I can't lie, they know how to mix them colors. Pumas have always been using hella colors with their boots. From their World Cup pack to this level up pack, Puma, they're always playing tricks with their boots. One boot will be one color, another boot will be another color. Obviously here, this is the Future 9 and this is the Ultra 7. But if we look at the Puma World Cup 2026 boot pack, yeah, remember how it had the mixture of the blue and orange? One boot might have been blue, the other boot might have been orange. That's playing tricks, and I like that. Next, another brand that I see that I feel like they be using that BC. Every time I'm seeing them, they got that BC on them. And that World Cup with this sunset, that's this sunset pack, Skechers. This was one of the best BC boots I've seen, especially at the World Cup 2026. For their first World Cup 2026, this was an amazing pair of boots. And it was totally on theme with the sea on pink going on at the World Cup. So I like this one. I'm proud of this one. So if you want a pair of boots that are going to have that BC, bright colorway, help you stand out BC, have a bit of colors in them, go with Skechers. And lastly, this is one I would add onto the list. You know what I'm saying? This is another one that some of you might say they're making a comeback in the football fashion scene, the boot scene. But to me, the Mizuno Alpha 3, them boots right there, they're heading in the right direction. The design of them, the look of them, they got a bit of style in them. They got style and color in them. So that's going to help you stand out and be seen. The style is giving that winger look. You see how it says speed? What does it say? It says design speed. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. You can use these boots on the wing. You can use these boots up front as a striker. If you're gonna be, if your role on the pitch involves contributing goals, these boots could work for you. I need to try out these Mizuno Alpha 3s. I'm starting to like them. They got that BC. They be having them colorways. The other ones, like the Morelias, don't really have colorways. But the Alpha 3s, they be having colorways. Look at me, even knowing the names of the Mizuno boots. You think I knew that they were Morelias and Alphas before? Never knew that. Even New Balance, Furons and Tequilas, Skechers, SKX and Razor 2, Ultra 7s, damn. So to me, obviously, I know you're probably thinking Nike and Adidas, but let's be honest, they be recycling colorways now. Nike been recycling colorways, as in they'll reuse the same colorways from previous models of a Mercurial on a new model of Mercurials. Like, come on, man, you've seen them recycle colorways enough times. Like, come on, man. Surely you have to know what I mean. They recycle colorways. They will like take the design of a previous Mercurial from 10 years ago and use it on the new current model of Mercurials 10 years later. That ain't a new boot, that's recycled colorways. So I'm not really saying Nike and Adidas have best Adidas, they're kind of good. I like their colorways. Their World Cup colorway was cold, but Nike recycled colorways, still nice, but it's recycled, it's not new. Are there any boots or boot brands that you think have interesting colorways? If a player or if someone watching this video was interested in finding a pair of boots that's going to help them stand out and be seen, what boots or boot brand are you recommending? I've given you 3: Puma, Skechers, Mizuno. And when I say Mizuno, only look at the Alpha 3s. Don't look at the Morelias, just look at the Alpha 3s. Comment down any more recommendations you have. Now, this one right here, the boots that look best with kits. You see this one right here? This is more my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I could have gone really, really heavy into this one, but for time's sake, I thought, not really and truly, all these different categories that we just went over could have been separate videos. If there's any category you want me to make a separate video, where I can do lists of top 5 for these videos to help you out even more, I can give you more recommendations on boots, then just comment it down below. If you need help, comment down, don't be scared. This community is all about helping you find your style. I'm trying to help you and the people in this community, in this football fashion academy. I'm trying to help you as well. We're all trying to help each other find our style. So don't be scared. But the boots that look best with kits. So if you've been checking out my weekly boot spotting, or you've ever seen my best boots to kit combo videos, that's what I'm talking about. Who can color coordinate their boots with their kits? A player that did that so well in the World Cup 2026 was the boy Michael Olise. You see the way he was matching the France kit with his Nike Hypervenoms? Which boots allow you to easily match your boots with your kit? Well, it's mainly which brand. And the brand to me that do that is Adidas. Yeah, now I know we were just talking about colorways and I didn't really include Adidas. Adidas don't really have colorways. Yeah, they don't really have BC. I would really run, certain Adidas boots maybe, but not the majority of the time. I wouldn't run to Adidas for BC boots. As of recent now, they've been doing that BC. They've been bringing out them pink Predators. They had the pink World Cup boots. It's pink boots now, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like because we're in this era of BC, everyone wants to start using BC. But if you're looking for a pair of boots that can, you know, properly coordinate with your kit, they probably blend with the majority of kits, then I would go with Adidas. Another one who I feel like they blend nicely with kits and they also look good, New Balance. I feel like New Balance have been slept on, you know. They've got a fire pair of boots. They've got good colorways as well, and the colorways, they actually blend well with the kits. I think I saw Colombia standing out, being seen. They were looking fly with their kits in the World Cup 2026. But and New Balance, they be using colors as well. That's not. I should have put them in the previous slide, because they really do be using more colors than Mizuno. But I thought I'd be nice and just include Mizuno. I didn't want to include the obvious. So, but best boot to kit combos, Adidas and New Balance. I know some of you are gonna try to say Nike, but of course you can say Nike when they recycle the same colorways. So yeah, is there any other boots or brands that you think their boots mix and color coordinate perfectly with kits that should be in this list? Comment down below and help the viewers and me out. Now this one right here, the retro boot survivors. These are the boots that you need to watch out for. These are retro boots that you need to watch out for in the 26-27 season. Not these boots specifically, but we're going to focus on these specific silos, these specific models, these specific remakes. Now, first of all, the Nike Hypervenoms. Listen, the boy Elise has been rocking these Hypervenoms all World Cup. He even stepped into the World Cup with a rotation, a lineup of Nike Hypervenoms to go with the different France kit. If you haven't seen that crazy rotation from the 2026 World Cup, go check out this video right here very quickly to remind you, then come back over here. But Nike Hypervenoms, they look like they're back in the game now. And to be fair, it makes sense why Elise has been wearing it, because he really and truly made his started playing professionally in 2019, which was when the last batch of Nike Hypervenom 3s, like this one, were released and cut off. So he came into the pro scene in Hypervenoms. They've stopped making it. They're his favourite boots, and he's just carried on wearing it, and he's just never stopped since then. Of course, we've seen him wear other boots over time, like Mercurials, Adidas boots, but his favourite clearly are the Nike Hypervenoms. And of course, people still rock the original OG Nike Hypervenoms. Nike have been releasing some Hypervenoms remakes. You know, they brought out the Transform Hydra, which I thought were it was a good idea, but poor execution from me for the Transform Hydra. I spoke about it more in that video right there. Maybe this is the start of the Nike downfall, but a video for another day. But the Nike Hypervenoms are definitely the retro boots survivor, man. They've been discontinued since 2019, but yet you can probably catch them in every season since then. They be surviving. Even rumors that they might be coming back. I think they should. Next, once again, is the Nike Tiempos. Like I said, it isn't mainly about Nike Tiempos. Look at the specific Nike Tiempos I've put here though. Yeah, that's that throwback retro Ronaldinho ones. And in fact, these ones right here are somehow inspired by Ronaldinho. They tried to say that this one, which is clearly a remake of the World Cup 2010 Tiempo, is Ronaldinho inspired. Ronaldinho wasn't even there for that World Cup. What are they talking about? He wasn't even there in 2010. So how can this be R10 inspired? These boots right here, they tried to claim that these were Nike Tiempo Ligueras inspired by Ronaldinho. They look like the Ronaldinho ones. The exact Ronaldinho signature boots. Or Ronaldinho Tiempos he was wearing back then. They didn't want to say that this is his signature boots. They said it's inspired by Ronaldinho. Either way, the Nike Tiempo Ligueras are retro boots that are surviving and thriving still, even in 2026. So And what's funny is, look at the Nike Tiempos Ligeras. You see the tongue. They been had the tongue. You see the lace over it, the flap. Elegant, sophisticated, ballers. Players like Andreas Pirlo wore these. The type of players that tuck their shirt in and play in the midfield. And these boots are still out here surviving. Does football even have players like that now? Probably not. Players like Rodri should be wearing these boots, but they don't. So the fact that they're surviving is a crazy move. Or maybe Nike are just falsely pushing these boots and no one's actually wearing them. But let me know, are you a fan of the Nike Tiempo Ligeras? Everyone's probably a fan of the new modern ones. The way the modern ones look are cold. The modern ones are better. I can understand why people would like those ones. These ones are for a certain specific type of players, man. You see how the way I mentioned guys like Pirlo, Totti. If you don't know those guys, then you're not going to know the significance of the Nike Tiempos, man. If you didn't watch Ronaldinho, knowing Ronaldinho and watching Ronaldinho are two different things. If you didn't watch Ronaldinho balling in the Tiempos, you're not going to understand it. And then the Adidas Predators. Let's be honest. You see with Adidas, they be changing up their boots like every 2-3 years. The Adidas Predators. But you see this specific Adidas Predators. When you see this one, you probably think of David Beckham, Zidane, all those. This is the original classic Adidas Predators. This is the OG stuff. This is the number one. Because 10 years ago in 2016, they were doing all of that pure control. I remember that pure control Adidas. When Paul Pogba was the face of Adidas. They ain't really got Paul Pogba with the faces Adidas no more. They've stepped back into this one. They're bringing back the ones that the legends, Gerrard and them lot were wearing. Kaká and those guys, you know what I'm saying? They tried to do the new one with Paul Pogba and them one, the pure controls. They said, nah, maybe it might come back in the futures. But this one is the number one Predators. This is the one they need to stick to. Yeah, the one with the classic tongue, the lace overs, the flap. This one's cold. You're never beating. No Predator design is going to beat this OG classic Predators. And that's why it's a retro boot survivor. Because every time they bring it back, people always wear it. Yeah, they always wear it. They always have the legends wearing this one. Everyone's going to remember this one. This is the classic Adidas Predators. So this one has to stay. This has to be the OG print. The same way Nike Tiempos, Nike Mercurials, stamped as OG Nike boots. That's the Predators. So those are retro boot survivors. Do you think there's any other retro boot survivors? Think of it. This is going to be hard. Don't just start listing boots that were made back then that are still around. Because you can say F50s, F52 knits. That's not really a retro boot survivor though. Those are boots that were brought back as part of a wave. Like a 10-year anniversary. I doubt we're going to see any more tunics now. Now that 2026 is coming towards the end, now that the 2026 World Cup is done, we've gone past the anniversary of the 2006 World Cup. So I doubt we're going to see any more T90s and any more Team Gist, any more, and all of that. We're not going to see any more tunics. We're not going to see any more of that now. So who do you think is really a retro boot survivor outside of these lot right now? Who? Comment down, I want to know. Alright, this one right here, this is a big one. Like, this is a really, really big one that you should pay attention to. Because this one shows the new, this one is more about the new direction. Like, who's the ones that are really innovating? Who are the ones that are far ahead and working on something new that these lot haven't even caught up to yet? Now, if you're looking closely here, let's focus on Nike first. You can see that Nike, all the boots here are collaboration boots. Cactus Jack Phantom 6 that were released specifically for the World Cup 2026. Let's rewind that. Cactus Jack. You know who that is? Travis Scott. The guy that makes music? That's right. Well, how does he have collaboration boots with the Nike Phantom 6? Released specifically for the World Cup 2026. How did he get that? Because I told you, football is heading in a new direction. Football has changed. Football fashion is taking over now. So we're going to start seeing more like this. You never know. Nike Mercurials Nocta. Nike Phantom 6 Nocta. We've got Nike Tiempos Jordan. We got Nike Phantom 6 Cactus Jack. We got Nike Scorpion boots. A throwback to the 2002 World Cup. Nike are so far ahead. They're branching into... See, this is what I'm saying. People are saying Nike are behind. But the move Nike are doing, Nike is making new moves in the scene. Nike is collaborating with other industries to try and change the game and innovate. But the thing is, the collaborations, they're not working. Where was this at the World Cup 2026? This was here. Everyone wore this one. I don't know why. They should have made this a special limited edition. I don't know why they brought it back and made this one such the big. They put so much hype behind this one. This one got 0 minutes at the World Cup. The person who was meant to represent it, Erling Haaland, had 0 minutes. He didn't even get to play in the game where he was actually going to wear these boots. So Nike, you're doing all of this hard work branching into other scenes, and we're not even seeing the boots for that long. So what's the point? Now, one that I think you lot should keep an eye out on, because remember, the boots here, I chose a lot of these boots. You know what I'm saying? This was I'm the one, I gathered all the data that I saw, and from the data I had, I made this. So if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you smash that like button and comment down below that this is a great video. And then look into my other videos so you can join the academy and find your style, because that's what I'm trying to help you do. New Balance World Cup 2026, and they came out with the Stone Island boots. The Stone Island collaboration boots. Now, Stone Island and New Balance been collaborating from off the pitch to on the pitch. And I like that. I need myself some of that New Balance Stone Island. I can't lie. I really like that one. That's cold. And people have been sleeping on them. Maybe they're sleeping on them. Maybe they can't afford them. It's probably a bit of both. But they just don't have superstars wearing them. That's the thing. They've got Saka wearing them. But when I'm hearing things like Saka's barely there for the season, he wasn't really starting for England like that. Who's going to push boots like this? Who's going to push the Phantom 6 Cactus Jack? And that's what I'm saying. The brands, you lot are doing well, but where you're really, really lacking that you don't know is your marketing. You're still trying to market these footballers. The footballers don't even want to be footballers. The footballers want to be influencers. The footballers want to be influencers. I think the marketing is what's wrong with these football boots and these football kits. I think the marketing in the football fashion scene needs major improving. That's what needs improving. The marketing 10 years ago when football fashion was firstly jumping, when we had the Paul Pogba, Stormzy, Adidas video, stuff like that, that's marketing, that's cold. But now, like, come on, we're having, bro, who would have thought in the years of 2000s, that we're going to have football boots such as Jordan Tiempos? We're going to have boots like Cactus Jack Phantom 6. We're going to have EA Sports Hypervenoms, EA Sports Phantom 6, EA Sports Mercurials, EA Sports what? Who thought we're going to have Stone Island New Balance boots? We're stepping onto the pitch with streetwear on our feet. I'm wearing New Balance Stone Island boots. Imagine saying that to someone in 2020. Imagine someone told you that in 2020. Yeah, I'm wearing my New Balance Stone Island boots. Huh? What type of new technology is this? That's what you'd be saying to them. So I'm just saying, watch out for these things. Right now, they're just out of people's hands. But when they become more accessible, when the marketing is right, I'm telling you, these boots are going to take off. Now, another one that's going to shock the world. This isn't a collaboration boot, a streetwear boot. This is a boot that's been seen. The reason why it's going to shock the world is it made their headlines at the World Cup. The way I saw them, I saw their whole journey in the World Cup. I saw them from the start to the finish. I saw when Antonio Rudiger, I saw when Ferran Torres and them man stepped into the World Cup with their Under Armour leather jackets. Under Armour, you thought I wasn't paying attention? Do you know who I am, Under Armour? I'm the one overseeing this football fashion scene. Yeah, I'm seeing who's standing out and being seen. I'm seeing who's trying to help us find our style. I'm seeing who's trying to cater to our style. And Under Armour, you see the way he stepped into the scene for the World Cup 2026 with them leather jackets? I knew you lot were here to cause trouble. And that's why it was the Under Armour boots that scored the winning goal at the World Cup 2026. So they've released a new pair. I think this is a new silo. I've never seen this model before, but the Magneticos, I can't lie, I first saw them at the World Cup 2026, Antonio Rudiger wearing them. These boots are cold. I approve of them. They're fly. I like them. I don't know what position they're for. Probably defenders. But they're fly. I feel like Under Armour, between now and the next World Cup, things might change a lot. The direction Under Armour are going in, You know what I'm saying? They're collaborating with Ghana, so they're branching into other industries as well. Under Armour, don't lose focus on the football. You know what I'm saying? You need to make sure you're looking after Ferran Torres because he is the superstar right now. So make sure you work on that. That's a big major push that you have there. So use that to your advantage. Apart from that though, are there any other boots or boot brands that you think could shock the world in the 26-27 season? I'm not talking about long term. I'm not talking about 2 years time, 3 years time. No, in the 26-27, who's going to shock the world? What collaborations do you think we're going to see in 26-27? Are we going to get more New Balance Stone Island boots? Are we going to get more Jordan Tiempo boots? Are we going to have more Jordan Nike boots? Are we going to have some more music collaboration boots? This Cactus Jack, are we going to see more of that in the game? Can that head over to club football? We saw how it works with international football. It was amazing. I still need to get myself some of them pieces. But who do you think is going to shock the world in the 26-27 season? Comment that down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed this video and you felt like it really helped you, make sure you smash that like button. If you didn't enjoy this video and you felt like I wasted your time, dislike the video then. Live yours. If you want to know more about that football fashion, step on the pitch looking fly. Know what boots to get. Get the boots that matches your position. Get the boots that matches the specific aesthetic you're going with. Learn more about different boots. Learn about the most expensive boots. Learn about the most affordable boots. Then go check out the videos on my page. Because me and my community, me and this football fashion academy are just trying to help you find your style. Become part of this community, man. Subscribe, check out the videos, comment down, and let's all become one, a big community, and help each other out. Go check out the videos on my page. Don't lag. Apart from that though, it's been your boy. But when I step out with the team, I ball hard.